connected to the internet.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you tonight? We're back for another episode of Live TV Reality Sucks. This is episode number 19. What's going on, guys? How we doing? So here we are back again. Sorry about that.
It's okay. How we doing?
We're doing good, man. How was your week?
Oh, man, week was great, man. Can't complain, man. Had a great week. How was your week, man?
My week was good.
Oh, man, it's great, man.
Yeah, I guess I can't complain. I was upstate this past weekend.
You had a good time
up there?
up there?
Pretty amazing. Yeah, it was snowing and stuff.
Was it chilly up there like it was today?
Boy, it's way colder up there. That's the thing. You know what I mean? It's way, because you at the tip in New York. I mean, you're right across from Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy, but beautiful though. I had a nice
So it was about. I'm glad you had a great time.
Yeah, it was nice. So
what you got there for us, man? What's going on there? I see some stuff and some notes, books and stuff.
The first thing we're gonna talk about today is this little boy. I think his name was Keaton Jones. That little boy, the bullying kid. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did.
So, you know, society. I mean, you guys gotta understand that. You know. So this video started out about this kid being bullied, crying. It was a nice little video.
Understood. Pardon me for a minute.
It was a nice little video, you know, about this kid. It was a sad video, kind of, because it was about this kid being bullied, and he was crying. You know, he was going on about being bullied.
Okay.
So after this, he got all this recognition on Facebook. It was like 2 or 3 million views or something like that.
Something like that. I saw something.
So I guess people just thought that it wasn't good enough that this kid, you know, so they started looking into the mother's life and pictures on Facebook and all that. Mm-hmm. They found 2 pictures of her with the Confederate flag and decided to basically run her into the ground and just call, you know, just like, you know, he don't need all this. And I was like, are you really kidding me? And it was a joke.
Did you see what actually happened with that? When they set up the GoFundMe page?
Yeah, she didn't though. They didn't. Somebody else did.
She didn't have nothing to do with that?
I don't think so. No, it was somebody else who set up the GoFundMe page.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because they froze all the money that was in the GoFundMe page.
But it wasn't by her though. It was by somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't by her.
Okay. All right.
But it wasn't. But so they basically took these 2 pictures, and out of 1,000 pictures that she had on her internet, on her Facebook page, they took these 2 pictures, and the 2 pictures that they took with her with this Confederate flag was a joke. Mm-hmm. And if they would have did more research, they would have found out it was a joke rather than just like, oh, well, she's a racist and all that, and she has this kid. You know, it was crazy how they took away this little sad kid's moment and, you know, focused on her mother or the bad things about the mother. You know what I mean? I was like, come on, guys. I mean, really,
there's so much more that happened with that though.
It's a little more. I guess it is. You know more about it?
From what I've told, I don't want to speak. I don't know the facts. I know it through social media. I know it through. I wasn't there with her.
Right.
But I know what people said. It said how she was using, you know what I'm saying, her son, you know what I'm saying, in a way that it was just unethical as well. That she was using her son to get money. You know what I'm saying? The bullying actually didn't happen.
That's what they said, right?
That's what I said. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying, if it's true or not. I don't have an idea. I know, you know what I'm saying, there was a GoFundMe page where they said she had set up.
No, she didn't
as
set up.
well. And so many viewers have gave money, and it said gave money, you know what I'm saying, at the time. And it was like, wow, and especially around the holidays at this time, that's what people were saying.
And this kid he started getting invited to like concerts.
Right.
He was getting everything.
Because I think,
what's
you know
going on, Tom?
I think
it was crazy.
So many situations that happened with that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
It was crazy.
But what I do know is, you know, you said something. You said, well, she had the Confederate flag, and she had, it was posted as a joke.
Right, it was a joke.
It was a joke.
It was supposed to be a joke.
All right, the post, no, saying the post a symbol that represent racism. So that's a little bit joke.
Yeah, but you know this whole, you know.
Okay, I'm just asking. This
Confederate flag. You know, it's funny that everybody's getting all uproar about this flag, right? But you know, this flag has been around for a long time.
So has racism.
A long time. It has.
Okay.
Now I don't know. I don't even really. I guess I do know a little bit, but I don't know the whole story behind, you know.
I'm listening.
But we still getting upset about this flag. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Some things are still touchy. things still remind us of certain things, like things remind you of certain things.
It
If
does,
something
but I
happened.
mean, sometimes, come on, we
Sometimes.
can't. I mean, this can't be.
And this, you have to remember, you have to understand the
But, y'all,
world.
but my thing is, you're fighting over a flag. You know what I mean? Go out there and fight for something for real. You know what I mean? Go out there and change something. You know that flag? Okay, yeah, that's the flag. That flag has been around for many, many years. It stands for, it can stand for whatever it stands for, but it doesn't have to mean nothing to you. You know what I mean? That's a flag that, you know what I mean?
I think what you just said is so ignorant.
Maybe it
I
was.
think it was so ignorant just now.
I don't
Because you
know.
said they're not fighting for a flag. They are fighting, you know what I'm saying, about what the belief is behind the flag.
That's what they're fighting about.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not just that. That's just a part of the situation. And when you look at it, you know what I'm saying, Ty, from that point of view, there's so many things behind that situation, what the situation represents as well. That's like saying, what Colin, I can't pronounce him. How you say his name again?
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? People say, that he shouldn't be doing what he's doing. And everybody's, you know what I'm saying, protesting just over a knee. It's what the knee represents.
No, it's not. No, I guess you misread what I'm saying. Okay, so this is gonna feel like I grew up around this flag. You know what I mean?
You grew up around it,
Yeah, I
okay.
grew up around this flag. I see this flag all the time. You know what I mean? And it never really even occurred to me what it really stands for. I think I thought it stood for some like redneck.
You just answered your own question.
Yeah. So
you was uneducated of what something.
Well, no,
stands for.
I knew for me it meant redneck, and that
For
means
you, so-
and that still comes out to being the same thing
Okay.
as being a racist or
Okay.
you know what I mean.
So
But
what if you know what I'm saying? A statue means nigger for somebody else. Oh, you can say redneck though. You can say redneck.
I didn't say that. I mean,
Redneck is still a racist term.
it is a racist term.
So
redneck.
what's the
all,
problem?
of them. All of them are
Okay.
racist terms.
You
But
see,
I
but
was
you
using
see-
I was using the term for what the flag stands for.
No, you're using the term what somebody told you it stands for.
No.
So
That's not what I said. Now you're taking words out of
No,
my mouth.
I'm not.
I said what I said was.
Go ahead,
and
say
go
it
back and
again.
rewind it. I said what I understood the flag stand for from when I growing up around
Okay.
it was that it meant that you were a redneck and you didn't like black people.
then
That's what I. That's what I.
Let me say it back slower then. You're using the flag, you know what I'm saying, for what it stands for what you thought it stand for.
What I thought it stood for.
Okay, so now that's a term. Who told you that? Did you come out in your own belief?
No, I just thought, you know what I mean.
That's my
people
point.
that have this flag.
Somebody told me what this stuff meant.
I don't.
I wasn't born to know what the flag stands for.
No, I think it was.
You was?
No, it was because that flag is also used in history at the same time too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's
That
used on
flag-
television shows too.
No. What I'm saying is that flag was something about the Yankees. It has something to do with the Yankees and
My point of saying all this,
Mm-hmm.
let me be more clearer. You know what I'm saying? Racism, you're not born racism. Somebody teaches this. You are exposed to it. So at the end of the day, somebody have taught me, somebody have taught you, somebody have exposed you. And when exposure comes, you know what I'm saying, that's when lessons are
See,
learned.
I wasn't. That's not how I was. That's not how I learned about racism.
Okay.
I learned about racism by being a black kid moving from New York City to North Carolina.
Okay.
That's how I found out about racism.
And what happened, you know what I'm saying, to you?
When
you
I
was exposed
going-
to something?
No,
like I
I-
just said?
I mean,
You had to be exposed to
I
something.
don't say I was exposed because I have been going to North Carolina all my life. I just
Right.
went to school there.
But you was
know what I
exposed to
mean?
something.
So, if you want to say that, yeah, I went to elementary school.
And what happened? And what
There's
happened?
only one elementary school in
Okay,
my
and how did
my-
you learn about racism? What happened that you saw or exposed? However you want to look at it, it's exposure.
I don't know about all. I mean, it's not.
Okay, you can disagree. I just look at it as, you don't have to agree with me. That's the whole thing about
I
it.
think you're using the wrong word.
You think I'm using what
The
exposure
word-
means?
I don't. What does it mean?
To be exposed.
Okay, what does it mean?
To be shown something.
Okay, so
Like I'm showing you this glass. I just exposed you to this glass.
okay, so rather than that, then yes, I was exposed to a white classroom versus a black Hispanic classroom.
Thomas put something there. We do not swear an oath to the flag in the Marines.
We don't what?
I think that's what he said. I can't.
We do not swear an oath to the flag in the Marine Corps.
Okay, in the Marine Corps.
This is the oath.
Okay, there you go. And I think that's what it comes to, you know what I'm saying? Now, Tom just exposed me, you know what I'm saying, to something, you know what I'm saying, I guess something he was in, and something that happens, you know what I'm saying, that happens in the Marine Corps, I believe he says in the Marine Corps as well, and that's how learning takes place. That's how I see it. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, it's just about having that fact straight. And you know what I'm saying, the one thing I have learned is that this is what I was shown. I don't know if it's correct or not. Like when I started off with the kid Keaton, I wasn't with him. But
Right.
this is what I've heard. That's how I started off with Keaton. I can't say, well, his mother did. I don't know what his mother did. It's, well, this is what I was told. This is what social media says. But I wasn't there actually to understand what actually happened. These are, you know what I'm saying, some of the, you know what I'm saying, stories that has been floating and going around on social media.
Yeah, but why couldn't it just be this kid got bullied and let that go? And let
Because
it
they
be?
said it didn't happen. Some people said it didn't happen.
Some said it didn't happen,
Some said
yeah.
it didn't happen. I think sometimes you have chosen to speak about the part that you believed or shared that has happened. I chose to talk about the part that people said that didn't happen. It's two opinions that's happening here as well. And then we said, well, why we couldn't let, you know what I'm saying, a flag that represented it, you know what I'm saying, for what's happening in today's society, you know, racism, hate, you know what I'm saying, and separation, why we couldn't allow that to has be a joke. How did that sound now?
Because it might have been a joke. We don't know if it was a joke.
Okay, but I'm just saying, but why, you just told
People
me.
joke around with American flags all the time.
We're not
and
talking about that. We're talking about something that's standing.
Yeah,
We're not talking
but
about
I
the
know,
American flag.
but that's what I'm saying, because it could have been any other flag in her hand and it would not have been a problem. The fact was, it was a Confederate flag,
That's right.
and they had to make sure that everybody makes known that she took a picture with the Confederate
So what?
flag. No matter what it stood, no matter what she was doing with that flag,
Okay.
whether it was a joke or not.
But you know what happens? When you upload your business, be prepared for people to download their information.
That's fine.
So
But
if you don't want nobody to say nothing, don't post it.
I'm not saying that. What
Because
I'm
it's
saying,
called free social media.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that had no right to bear on whatever, whether it was fake or not. It had no right to bear on this little kids. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
But sometimes we are affected by our parents' decisions. We all affected by our parents' decisions.
Here we go.
That's how I feel. It's not here we go. It's how I feel. We are affected by our parents' decisions. Sometimes we are the product of our parents' decision.
No, it's
You
only,
can't
that's up to you. That's up to you if you decide to let that be the part of you.
Okay.
That's up to you.
Okay.
Now
An
it's like,
8, I don't know how old he is. A kid that is not at the age of maturity, you know what I'm saying, will be affected by his parents' decision.
you call not by maturity. I mean, there's some kids that are 12 and 13 years old that are more mature than some of these other people. I'm just saying.
Okay. That's your opinion. That's yet to be heard.
With that being said,
Okay.
because we had this conversation last week about who
I'm listening.
we could call a grown man. You call a grown. You remember we had the conversation
I
last
said
week.
maturity now.
Maturity. Okay.
That's what I said.
So so a 12-year-old can't have the matureness of anybody.
Of a grown man?
Yeah.
Of that what you're saying? Of an adult? That's what
Yeah,
we're talking
that's
about.
what
Not a
I'm
grown man, of
asking you.
adult. I don't believe so, no. Because they haven't been exposed, you know what I'm saying, to all life adult things. Even though a 30-year-old man will have more experience, you know what I'm saying, than a 12-year-old child. You know what I'm saying? The adult makes him to act like a child. That's what I say. The adult can never go back to being a child, but they could portray the acts of a child. You know what I'm saying? The 8-year-old or the 12-year-old can, you know what I'm saying, can act like an adult, but will never be one. At 8 years old or 12 years old, they can act a certain way. So that's how we hold adults accountable for their behavior. I can't hold an adult, you know what I'm saying? I can't hold a 12-year-old child for the acts of his behavior. The first thing to say, okay, where are the parents at as well? Where are the legal guardians? And that's how we look at that. I can't say, well, you know, he should have known better. How can a 12-year-old know better? It hasn't, you know what I'm saying, even been exposed to certain things.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what this exposure thing you're talking about. I don't understand. Because that's
Respect to my brother for keeping it real.
That's
Mad
not-
respect, y'all here. Hey, what's going on, Hector? How you doing?
That's not.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And you
but
feel a
that's-
certain way. It's okay.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm listening, though.
That's not pretty.
My point, you know what I'm saying, it's not to convince you.
That's
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
I'm not.
I know, but I'm just
want you to,
sharing.
and I don't need you
You know,
to.
I know you don't, but
No.
that's not what this is. I'm just sharing something again. My point of saying this is not to convince you. It's not, you know what I'm saying, to get you enthused. It's to share where my opinion comes from and my facts come from, as well as that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to stand for something or we'll fall for everything as well. And I always say this, that we stand and wonder why we're tired because things are happening. And we always say, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why is people posting this? Because they have the right to. And you know what I'm saying? If you post something public, we have the right to, you know what I'm saying, post our opinion. But why are we doing it? But why are we doing it? Because they posted this. This is the society we live in. This is the world we live in. Why did the man, you know what I'm saying, try to blow up the world, not the World Trade Center, why did the man try to blow up the 42nd Port Authority as well, strapped with bombs on him? It's because, you know why? I'm going to say it again. Because his behavior, and it was an act of hate. An act of evilness. Did he know better? Did he know better? Would you have fought an 8-year-old for, you know what I'm saying, if he would have did that? Because somebody had to tell him to do that. somebody had to groom an 8-year-old. If the 8-year-old
because
was
he just might want to do it too.
okay, because the 8-year-old had to be groomed though.
No, he could just be like.
My opinion.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing. You don't people. You think an 8-year-old don't have enough in their system to have feelings or have an emotional?
No, I definitely don't agree with that.
I do.
I definitely don't agree with
do.
that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you on that part. You say you think they don't. I'm saying I don't agree with that. Of course they do. They have feelings. I believe they have feelings. So I'm agreeing with their feelings. I'm saying, but how can you know what I'm saying? Their feelings become full mature. That's like saying an 8-year-old. You know what I'm saying is.
No, what I'm saying is an 8-year-old has a right to have a feeling whether they like something, whether they dislike something, whether they hate something.
But we're not talking about that.
But that's what I'm saying. So,
but I'm not talking about that. We're talking about far as an 8-year-old. We're comparing an 8-year-old to a 30-year-old.
Yeah, but there are 8-year-olds that want to blow up the country. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? This is what I'm getting you to understand.
No, we know there are 8-year-olds. You know what I'm saying, that are groomed. I'm gonna say it that way. They are groomed to blow up the country.
No, I'm not saying. But what I'm saying is they're not. There's some that are not a groomed.
So let me see if I understand. I'm gonna say. Let me see if I understand you.
Yeah.
An 8-year-old is not groomed. So the word groomed means to be trained. You know what I'm saying? So an 8-year-old is not trained. They come out the birth, not around nobody.
No.
Because I'm using words. That's
yeah,
what I'm
but the words that you're using, you're not using the right words for the terms that you're talking. So you talk. So an 8-year-old
means to be trained.
Yeah, but that's.
I shouldn't say that.
Groomed. No, because you're using the wrong word.
That's the wrong word?
Yeah.
Even the definition means that?
It is. It's
okay,
the wrong word.
Okay, so the definition don't mean that.
I'm not saying that.
I'm using the word that goes with the definition.
Yeah, but the word grooming means somebody has taken you and
tailored you?
And yeah, all through your life, you know what I mean?
All
and
through
that's
your
not
life?
yes. And that's not something that
You never went to a job and somebody has groomed you, for a position, and that's not all your life. That has never happened? Well, I'm going to groom you for this position that I want you to take on?
Yeah, but how long? So
it could be a year or 2 years. I'll promote you to the second, I'll propose you to this position. So that means they have to be all your life? I'll be like, listen, I'm going to groom this guy because I believe, you know what I'm saying, he has what it takes. So I'm going to groom this guy, you know what I'm saying, for this position right here.
Okay.
That's still the groom.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about a person, we're talking about a child now. We
was talking about the word groomed. You said I was using the wrong word. So
yeah, because you're talking about a child.
Right, I said a child has to, you know what I'm saying, was groomed to feel this way. If you want me to switch that word and make
I'm saying no, because a kid doesn't have to be groomed to feel that way. A kid can have his own feelings.
No problem.
His parents can feel the whole different side of the way, but a kid has his own feelings and that doesn't have to always go along with it.
Being blown up the country.
That's what. Huh?
You're talking about being groomed to blow up the country.
Yeah, and I said kids don't have to be groomed to blow up the country. They can just come out and be like, hey, I've been around this life for a long time to have my own feelings, and I hate this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I want to go blow up something. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they don't have to be taught. They could just be seeing stuff that's going on around them and decide, oh, well, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Thank you, Hector.
So how you feel?
No, I know you don't feel the same, but I'm talking about the facts of. I'm talking about how it is a fact because I'm talking about how just like you made the choice that you didn't want to decide to sell drugs anymore because all you was shown was drugs. You know what I mean? You didn't know anything else.
I was
my point exactly, but
it was a grooming situation.
No, that's not.
It wasn't. My father showed me how to cut the coke.
Okay.
That's my story.
All right.
But maybe that's not true then.
Well, grooming and taught are two different words, right? Are they?
It's not. It's called an adjective.
What I'm asking you, grooming and taught are two different words, and they mean two different things, right?
No, they can have one word. You want me to answer the question?
I asked you a question. The question was,
okay.
Is grooming and taught are two different words, right? Or they're the same?
It's called a homonym. That means the same. That means the same word. And I'm saying that has the same meaning as well. That's what that's called in school.
I know what it's called.
But you're asking me, and I'm answering.
I asked you the question.
And I answered
the question
to the best
is yes
of my
or
ability.
no.
I can't answer that to yes ability.
But
that's like saying, is this cup white? Tell me, is this cup white?
No,
it's not. It's white and black.
But that's not the question that you asked me. You asked me, is the cup white? And I said, no, it's not. And that's the question.
I said, that's like you asking, not I'm asking you.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But the question is the cup white? And the cup is white.
But what if I see if it's cream?
Excuse me?
But what if I see it as cream? Because two people can see something and get different meanings.
Here we go with that.
That's not true?
Yeah, if you're colorblind.
No, that's not. Because people watch this video and see two different things. And you can see a video and get two different meanings. But it's the same video.
Even if it's the same video, it has the same
It's the same video. That happens every day. Mm-hmm. It happens every day. But sometimes we just don't want to see it because I don't want my opinion to be right. My opinion is right to me.
Yeah, but that's your opinion. This is This is the whole reason why I have this show. Because
Okay.
your opinion and my opinion can't argue with facts and logic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I
So
keep
that's
trying
what-
to tell people.
that's
that
what you keep trying to tell
can't
people?
argue with facts and logic. You
Okay.
just can't argue with it. And if you and anybody that wants to argue with facts and logic, I let them.
Okay.
Because I'm like, okay, well, if this is telling you this and this is the way it is, now how are you going to change that? How are you going to argue with that? You know what I mean? It's like going to work every day and seeing that.
Thank you. Children do not have any contact. They only know what they're told.
That's what you want to believe. Okay, so this was my other story today. So there's these two little girls somewhere in America. One is white.
It takes time to
one is
experience
black.
and develop your own context. Right? That's exactly.
It
That's how I feel.
That's not true, and that's not true.
Okay,
That's not true because
okay.
kids have their own. Kids have their own feelings about stuff. Kids
Yes,
have
I believe they have
kids
their
have a
own
maturity
feelings.
about themselves
Okay.
at a certain age, and
Okay.
whether we want to look at them and say they do, then that's just up to us. But I'm telling you from experience
Me
because
too. I have to read.
and that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not talking about from my. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about my own as a
Me
kid, as
too.
experience. You know what I mean?
I
So
was a
I
child
know.
once too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I had, there are certain things that I knew that nobody had to teach me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, and I know things that I did like or things that I didn't like, and nobody
Okay.
had to show me or teach me that either. It was
Okay.
my own self
Right.
feelings. You know what I mean? That's what
Was
I'm
you
saying.
exposed to it though, at least?
I don't even. I don't.
Do you want me to
I
use
don't
a
know,
different word?
I don't
mean,
want to have that.
You don't want to have that. You don't want to use what the word means from the dictionary version. I'm
So
asking.
as
you.
I was saying, there's these two little girls somewhere in the country. They're like 5 years old,
Wow, okay.
and they
As you were
believe
saying, wow, let's
they
think about
believe that they're twins. You know what I mean? And nobody else can tell them in the world that they're twins. They're not twins. They're black and white. They're 5, and their mothers have tend to dress them alike when they want to. You know what I mean? And anybody that tells them, like in the class, tells them that they're not twins, they start crying and get upset and say, "You can't tell me that we're not." And this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Nobody has taught these kids that they're a different complexion. You know what I mean? That they're a different individual. They came from two different people. I mean, but they know somewhere that they're twins, and then you can't tell them anything
Oh, you
different.
still talking? I thought you dismissed me just now.
No, I didn't dismiss you. I'm just saying what they're talking about.
Oh no, because you said as you were saying, kind of dismissed.
No,
me.
because I don't know how to explain that conversation to a way, because the way you're using the word and the way
I'm not
that
using it correct, right?
I'm not saying that you're not using it correctly.
So what are you saying?
I just think there's another word that could be used instead
But I
of
didn't
that
choose to
word.
use that word.
Okay,
That's the whole point.
all right, that's fine.
That's it. That's how we could have solved it.
That's fine.
I didn't choose to use that word. I used the word that I felt, you know what I'm saying, that was correct. You know what I'm saying, according to, you know what I'm saying, Webster Dictionary or Oxford, how we look at it. And you said I should use a different word. Or that's not the right wording or something like that. That's how I look at that. But, please continue, Todd.
But that's what I'm saying. These kids, you can't, you know what I mean? Kids have their own way of thinking, a way that they feel, and I think we as adults don't give them the opportunity to express how they feel about certain things because we think they don't have the level of maturity to answer or have a feeling about things like that, and that's why I think that we're wrong. I mean, and that's only from my personal experience, and I see it every day that no, you can't, or no, you can. I mean, like, no, well, let them decide. You know what I mean? If that's, you know what I mean, we can only decide what we think is right for or wrong by our kids, but they can only decide, you know what I mean, sometimes what they feel is right for them. You know what I mean? And that, you know what I mean, as a parent, you try to do the best that you can for your child, but sometimes the best that you think is for them is not the best for them. You know what I mean?
Now that's making sense.
Well, this is what I'm
No,
trying to
hold
get
on,
at.
wait a minute. Before you start saying what you're trying to get at, the text keep changing. You're not going to agree with that. We talked about a children with bombs. A children, that's having bombs is a different, story than the children, that we're talking about the children having feelings. Because, at what point do the children have feelings like I like red, or I like blue, or I like green, or I like spaghetti, or I don't like this ice cream? That's a totally different subject. I can't compile ice cream in a Uzi. I can't compile that, because they could be able to taste, the vanilla ice cream and discern, they don't like the vanilla ice cream, and I can give them the chocolate, hand them, I don't want to use expose them to 3 different flavors if you don't want to use that, and they say, you know what, I don't like that. Yes, they have the ability to do that, as well as that. But if I give an 8-year-old child a bomb, they might not know what that is. You know what I'm saying? And for them, to use that, I might have to teach them what it is. Because it might be, abnormal for them. Before ice cream, I could just feed it to them. Hey, do you like this? They develop their own feel. I don't like this flavor. I don't like this taste. That's a totally different ball game, in my opinion, I should say.
Okay.
We need to send by care package?
Cali care package.
Cali
We
care
just need
package?
to sing Thai and Cali care package. What kind of care package you talking about, Thomas?
What you got there?
I was talking about what we were talking about.
Okay.
The show.
You know what it is? Let's touch on children for a minute. You know what it is and stuff I'm saying with children. And this goes for parents and children. You know what I'm saying? The thing about children, I'm saying, when we invest in our children, we said
Thanks, Hector.
we said we care for our children at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But if we care for our children and they're the next generation, it shows them, you know what I'm saying, what we invest into them. If we said we care for them, we always complain about the children going crazy and going wild and being mad, and this generation is so bad. But what are we doing about it?
No, isn't that what we're doing about it? It's about,
No,
you know,
can I just state
what the
my
parents are
opinion?
doing about it.
No. Because that's the problem. See, that's the problem at the end of the day. Because when I was growing up, I had 10 mothers and fathers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm noticing, because if my neighbors saw me do something, you know what I'm saying, it was like that I would have the answer to them. And when, you know what I'm saying, it got back to my father said, well, you know what I'm saying, Mary told me you did this. You know what I'm saying, because communities raise your children, and it was so much different. That is slowly fading out. And the thing about that, you know what I'm saying, what's happening, when we invest into our children, we invest in our children, you know what I'm saying, with our own fears, at times with our own brokenness, and I'm saying our own insecurities. You know, because if I invest into my children, I'm investing in me. And if I'm, you know what I'm saying, have the insecurities of how I was raised, I don't want this to happen to my children, and if it's not happening, I'm investing now. When I invest the good, I also invest the bad, you know what I'm saying, and way in my children, because that's coming out of me at the end of the day. And that's what happens, you know what I'm saying, most of the time. Sometimes we invest our own brokenness, you know what I'm saying, in the children and wonder why they're that way. Because the true story is, damaged people do hurt, you know what I'm saying, other people. Sometimes on purpose, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, unconsciously. Because we invest in things that we believe how we was taught, you know what I'm saying, and believe how things, you know what I'm saying, that has happened to us.
Yeah, but you also have a way, you also can have your own opinion too, and how you feel.
Yes, that is. But sometimes our own opinion, you know what I'm saying, we gravitate to some things we was taught to. And sometimes the things we gravitate to, things that we was taught to, connect the things that we taught, and not absolutely not be true. It don't have to be true. And that's the thing about it. It don't have to be true. Just because somebody taught you something, somebody could teach you something and be sincere, but they just could be sincerely wrong as well. Just because I teach you something don't mean I'm not sincere in doing it. But you could be sincerely wrong at the end of the day. It don't mean they had ulterior motives. They just wanted the best for you. We want people to love us and care for us. But how can I expect? We have to come to some type of agreements in our mind that the people that we expect and love for, we can't blame them for not doing what they can, because maybe they didn't have nobody that loved and cared for them as well. And that's not an excuse for nobody, but it has to come to something in our mind, but like, you know what, and reason it, but like, you know, I'm expecting all of this from my parent, my mother, my mom and them, or whoever, but nobody loved and hold them. You know what I'm saying? But I want them to give me something that they didn't have. You know what I'm saying? I want them to invest something that they didn't have. They invest in who they are and what they have.
No, but most parents try to, you know.
Some parents I've been around. I don't know about most parents. Parents I've been around. That's how, like, that. You speak your way, I speak my way.
No. What I'm saying is it's a whole different time back when you was coming up, when I was coming up. You know what I mean? Because you was probably raised by a child, like most black kids are. You know what I mean?
I was raised by a child?
That's what I'm saying. Your mom made it had you at a young age.
Yeah, she did have me. That happened a lot of times, especially from what I've heard in the South.
A lot of us has been raised by kids.
Right.
So, and if it wasn't for the grandmother or the great-grandparents, you know what I mean, that had a little bit of say in your life,
right,
you might not have been or turned out the way that you did because your mom wasn't there doing what she was supposed to be doing. So, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's up to you to realize the bad or the wrong. You mean, it's up to see the bad and the wrong in you. It's up to you to see that. But
sometimes we become, what age, you know what I'm saying,
what age of your life do you could decide and become, you decide that?
I don't know, whenever your win is.
No, I think...
Whenever your win is for some people.
No, I think that you go through, in life, you go through things and
some people get it at 15, some people get it at 21, some people get it at 30. I don't know when your win is.
Whenever you have the aha moment, that's when you're winning.
That's my point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just use a different wording. Yeah. Aha. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just use win. whenever your win is. And that's how I see that as well. Some people, you know what I'm saying, we blame too, not we, but sometimes we,
Society.
whoever you want to say, you know what I'm saying, people, society, we blame things, you know what I'm saying, on people because that's, you know what, that's the escape route.
That's escape route. Yeah, yeah.
That's the escape route. That's a cop-out.
But but also too, you don't know where it came from either. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know where it came from.
And
You just think that it's just part of the norm.
Exactly. That's the point, you know what I'm saying? We don't know where it came from, you know what I'm saying, as well, because it was placed inside of us. As well. And now the more we try to get away from acting like, whether it be your mother, your father, whoever you was
anybody,
raised,
the more you like them.
whoever, you know what I'm saying, the more you become like that.
Until you
Until
you realize, okay, well, I'm acting like them, or I'm acting like my mom
but
and dad.
sometimes people don't realize that. There are nations of people that don't realize that.
Well, no, it's true, because I hear people always say, well, you just like your mother, you just like your father. No, I'm not. And they always say, the first thing they say is, no, I'm not. And I'm like, well, but you are.
Okay. But that's how you, that's how they see it.
But most people are a product of their mother. You know, they are
You are a product.
A product of your mother and
You
father.
are a product.
But good and bad. You know what I mean?
That's
And
right. You know why? It's like I said, because they invested themselves into you.
Right.
And when you invest yourself into somebody, you invest your characteristic. And whether it be your bad character and your good character, you invest that. And you invest your brokenness, you invest your hurt, you invest your insecurities into people. And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes we do it unconsciously because we believe, you know what I'm saying, we're doing it.
I think we create our own
You know what I'm saying?
insecurities.
Well, insecurities are passed down as well. I believe insecurities are passed down.
So
That's okay. I believe insecurities are passed down. Whether, you know what I'm saying, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, through a mother, whether through a father or a friend, it's passed down at the end of the day. And then we develop it. And we either want to make that grow or die it out. Because, you know what I'm saying, if you keep watering, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know what I'm saying, that is
insecurities that somebody said to you, or insecurities you came up on your own. Because a lot of insecurities that we have, we came up on our own.
At times.
I mean, majority of them we came up on our own.
Okay, I don't agree, but okay.
I think most insecurities are mostly low self-esteem, and like I say, self-esteem means esteem of yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So how you feel about yourself, and I think a lot of people don't feel as good about themselves as they should, and I think that's the problem.
I think that's scratching the surface. I think the root cause of that, you know what I'm saying, when you're talking, you know what I'm saying, as a child, you start, if you was taught, you know what I'm saying, like somebody, you know what I'm saying, I know what I'm saying, a young lady that her mother just called her as a child, you fat pig, you dirty pig, you know what I'm saying, and then she started feeling, you know what I'm saying, maybe I am this. As well as you know what I'm saying, and it stuck with her. As well, called her and disgraced her, you know what I'm saying, from time and time again, and said you stink and you this and that, and that's the mother doing that, the parent doing that. So, you know what I'm saying, you're actually damaging your child's self-esteem right there. You know what I'm saying? So it had to take somewhere, but I think if you start nurturing, I think if you know what I'm saying, you start putting into, you know what I'm saying, into your child and building it, because they call it, if it's self-esteem, how do we build self-esteem? You know what I'm saying? You just don't build it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because if we build it,
kinda.
I don't see it that
Sometimes.
way. You know, there you go, sometimes. But it takes somebody. That's why we have therapists out here. That's why we have, you know what I'm saying, so many institutions.
No, because like remember. So this is what I was saying, because ain't nobody tell that girl upstairs she was pretty. Remember that day we were sitting outside. This girl coming downstairs. She's big and all that. And she comes down thinking she's all that, and she ain't really that cute. And I said, well, if that makes her feel better, get her out of bed in the morning, then she's all that she thinks she is. You know what I mean?
But that's the key.
But that's self-esteem, though. That's what I mean. People have to build.
Let's talk about what you just said. You said nobody told her she was pretty.
No, because she had that in herself.
She did?
Yeah.
I don't know if nobody told her. Do you?
But you said she act like she.
Yes, I did say that. But my point is,
that's how she feel about herself when she see herself in the mirror.
I agree. How do we know nobody didn't tell her that though?
Maybe somebody did.
That's my point.
Maybe somebody did.
Maybe somebody really did.
Maybe somebody really did.
It could happen.
But with that being said, even if nobody didn't,
I don't know.
But I'm saying, even if nobody didn't, I feel more proud for her being okay. I don't care what nobody else say, but I believe that I am.
Okay.
And that's when that's when you win. When you know what I mean. When you, no matter what nobody else say, you know what I mean. And that's the thing. You know what I mean. People have always said to me, "Oh, Ty, you're a good-looking guy. You're handsome." But I never saw it. You know what I mean? And then one day I had my aha moment. I said, okay, now I see what they see. But like I said, it's a genuine way to say that, and there's a way to just be conniving and saying, oh, you think, you're handsome.
But you kind of said the same thing.
What?
Now you see what they see.
No. What I was saying is.
Okay, you didn't mean to say that.
No, that's not what I. No, what I'm saying is, I was always that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything that everybody was saying, I was that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but what I was saying is, I didn't feel that my self-esteem
at that time
right. was allowing me to be what people were saying. You know what I mean?
Let me say this.
What?
Before plant,
Before what?
Before a plant or anything becomes into a plant. What happens? You know what I'm saying? What is it? What is a plant before it becomes a seed? Right.
So here we go. We're gonna go through this whole like growing. This is how I.
No.
What?
I'm going how I feel. Is that okay?
Okay.
Because you know what I'm saying? People place seeds in people all the time. One places a seed, another one water it, and then it grows. I believe that. I believe if you keep telling somebody something, you know what I'm saying, you're actually placing seeds in people, you know what I'm saying, it will build up one day. That's my opinion. That's how I see it. That's how I see things as well. You know what I'm saying? This be one person plant, another person water. And that's how I kind of see that. But we don't want to see that on the side. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we are so, you know what I'm saying, to self, that we believe I could do all things by myself. That's really not true. You need somebody. I need somebody at the end of the day. You need somebody. You know what I'm saying? One hand washes, another, you know what I'm saying, another hand wipes. You need somebody. That's why the saying comes from, you know what I'm saying, it takes a community to raise a child as well. So your parents just have it. But back then, you know what I'm saying, I remember certain people, you know what I'm saying, that saw me. I'm going to tell your father, and you shouldn't be this. They told me that your father wouldn't like you be doing this. You know, out up here cutting a fool. And they'll go back and tell my father at that early age. Because they looked at me.
But the thing is, you knew better. Well, maybe you didn't know better.
You know what I'm saying? Well, at the end of the day, we always could say we knew better and stuff, you know what I'm saying, at 10 or 8 or 12 and stuff like that, but we still did it. Everybody has. Everybody has did something. Nobody's not innocent from something. And that's how you kind of say. We can always say, well, we knew better and stuff like that. That's neither here nor there. The point is that it happened. And you know what I'm saying? And somebody took the time out, you know what I'm saying, to express to me, this is not right. When my father wasn't around, when my parents wasn't around as well. And that has faded away, you know what I'm saying, in this day and era.
But do you think that you knew right from wrong when you was doing it?
At a certain thing, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't. Some things I would say no. I would say no. We could pick out the big things and stuff like that, but some things I would say no. No, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I remember, you know what I'm saying, when I was a child, I always wanted to know.
And that's why I think the difference between this is the same as it goes from now. It's probably since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. My brain is always analyzing stuff or always thinking about stuff. You know what I mean? And I think my brain was more mature than most people at my age, because I was like, okay, well, I know right from wrong. I know that I can't do that. You know what I mean? There's, you know, because I know what's going to leave behind that.
Let me use my son. My son is 17 years old. My son is incredible in school as well. Great GPA. You know, 3.8 right now. 3.8 GPA as well as that. And he's extremely smart. He works. He goes to school. He rarely hangs out. It's all about work and school and tutoring. My son started hanging, you know what I'm saying, with particular uncles. And I said, listen, I prefer you not to hang down there as well. He don't understand why. He knows I told him not to do it, but he don't understand the reasoning why.
You tell him?
You know what I'm saying? I told him, you know what I'm saying, to a server, I said, listen, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy, you know what I'm saying, for you to... Go ahead, I'll wait till you finish.
No, I got a question to ask you when you finish.
You can ask me now.
No, I want you to finish first.
All right. I said it's unhealthy for you to be around this type of environment. It's not good. These are what they are doing. It's unhealthy.
And you told them why?
Well, that is why. It's unhealthy for you to be around this environment, and these are what they're doing.
And what were they doing?
They was doing things that was unhealthy.
And like what?
Things I found out was discriminatory to what my son, you know what I'm saying, is going for.
Like?
I just told you. It's unhealthy.
Like,
it's an unhealthy behavior. Oh, so you're asking me what was the detail? Was they shooting? So you want specific details.
Yes.
So you want a specific detail.
No, yes, because that's the only way he's going to understand why. Because that's what I'm going to say. You're telling him the reasons why you don't want him around them, right?
Okay.
But he don't understand that. So I'm telling you
that's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
No, he didn't say that. Let me finish now. That's what I was trying to say.
No, I'm asking you.
No, that's what he wanted to say. No, you wanted specific details.
No, that's what I'm asking.
No, I wasn't saying it on live TV. That's what I wasn't doing. That's why I said, do you want specific details?
No, and I said to you, but no, not me. I'm asking.
That's why I kept asking. Do you
I'm
want
asking,
specific
no,
details?
I'm asking. Do you give him a specific
No,
detail?
you didn't say that. I said, do you want specific
No,
details?
But when I
That's what I was
but when I
asking.
say you, I meant him.
No. See, I didn't understand. I understand what you said.
No, that's what I mean. I'm asking.
You see my point now?
No, I understand. Yes.
So you don't want specific detail.
No,
I told
him.
him it was unhealthy. It was a situation that was happening that you
And I
shouldn't be
said
around
to you,
him.
did you tell those same details you told him, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, did you tell him the exact real reasons?
The real reasons, yes.
Okay,
You know
like,
what he said?
what?
He don't see it.
Okay,
Because
then.
you know why? They wasn't doing it in front of him.
Okay then.
But you know what? I know what's happening.
Right.
But he can't see it.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you know what I do? Don't go down there. Don't do this. Because sometimes, my point again to saying this, sometimes you can't see everything.
You can't.
So you can't see everything. That's why it takes another person to see something you can't see, because we all need somebody.
Yeah, but if he says to you, well, I'm going to go see my uncle, whether you like it or not, you know what I mean? Because I got to see my uncle.
I forbid you to go down there.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
Because
But you didn't do it no more.
No, because you don't know if he's still going to see his uncle or not.
I believe him.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my trust word to my son.
There we go.
That's what
And
you have to have that
and
relationship.
My point exactly.
What's your point?
So my point is, he can say to you, could tell him no, you can't go down there and see your uncle because I don't want you to. You know what I mean? But if he wants to go see his uncle, because you haven't explained to him
No, I haven't explained to you I haven't given you the specific detail.
but you gave him the specific
I
detail.
gave him the specific
Okay,
detail.
so now he has a choice to make, whether he's gonna listen to you or he's gonna see his uncle.
He's doing well.
I'm just saying, but
But
he
he's
has a
doing
choice.
well.
I'm just saying, but he
He's
has a
doing
choice
well.
to make. But I know what.
We all have choices to make.
But I'm just saying.
I have a choice to make.
But I'm just saying, I want you to understand what.
No, you want me to see it your way.
No, I want you to
But
understand.
I don't agree with it.
No, I want you. I want you to understand on how, parents think that okay, well, if you decide that you don't want your kid doing something, then they can't do it. You know what I mean? But with that same thing, if they want to do it, they're going to do it. Whether
They have the choice to do it, like you said.
They do.
But I believe he's not.
But when you find out that he is,
I don't want to go to that. That's
I'm
like
just-
saying.
I'm just saying,
But
though.
that don't make sense though.
It does.
Because you know what? We leaving room for negativity.
No, we're not leaving. No. I want you to. I want you to. I want you to. I
You
want
want
you
me to see this. This is what you're trying to make me see.
I want you to
You
understand.
you want to understand to see. Do you want me to understand that it's a possibility that he can do this? My thing is there's a possibility that he can't be doing this. That's how I kind of see that.
But I also want the reason why I'm asking you this is because if you find out tomorrow that he went down and saw his uncles, you're gonna be fired up, right?
I don't believe that's happening, so there's no reason for me to get fired.
No, I'm just saying if you found out,
If I find out tomorrow,
you found out in a week, for 2 weeks,
if I find out tomorrow he got accepted, and I'm saying to Columbia University, I'm gonna be happy too.
at the
That's a
same time.
possibility. That's a possibility.
At the same time.
Too. That's a
At the
possibility.
same time,
No,
you get
no,
one call saying he was saw his uncles, and the
But
next
you
call
think
he
about,
got Columbia.
but you see what I'm saying?
And you're gonna be like,
no, but
okay,
look at this.
forget that. And
No,
take
but look at this.
Columbia.
But how about if I find the possibility that he didn't go and he went to Columbia University?
No. What I'm
Because there's room for both.
I'm not.
right?
I'm not looking for. That's not what I'm. That's what I think. I'm not looking for that. I'm not. What I'm asking.
No, I'm looking for this.
I know what you're looking for, but what I'm asking you is, if you find out that he did go see his uncles, are you gonna be?
No,
are
I'm
you gonna
not.
be upset?
No, I won't be upset.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
But my point is this. The thing is about it, we always look, this is how I feel, we always look, but what happened if this happened? The same thing happened if this would happen?
No. I just want you to be. See, this is so. I want you to understand my thought process. And
Me
my
too.
thought process is, when you think of the good stuff, I also think about the bad stuff that can happen.
The negative. That's what you just said. That's what I talked about. The negative.
Right. The positive and the negative.
Uh-huh.
No matter what it is. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But I always want to look at the positive, you know what I mean, more than I look at the negative.
Okay.
But we have to look at the negative because the negative is sometimes going to happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what I want you. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand that.
No,
even
it's not
though-
trying to get me. It's something I just don't accept, you know what I'm saying, to a certain,
No.
certain degree.
I'm not. I don't want you to accept anything. I want.
So, hold on, let me see if I
want you.
understand you. You want me to try to get me to understand.
The negative and the positive of the situation.
So the understand is to what?
No, what I want you to do is see the negative and the positive
To
of the situation.
understand it, right?
Right. I
to,
said that.
To agree to it?
No. I'm not.
So
I don't
what-
want you to agree to. I want you. The reason I'm asking you that is because if you get a call tomorrow that said, your son is out here with your uncles today and out here doing some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? You're gonna be fired up. You know what I mean? You probably, huh?
I wouldn't. See?
Calvin, Calvin. I know you, Calvin.
You don't
I'm
know
not-
me.
Really,
You
Calvin?
don't know
That's
me.
how we're gonna play this game.
We
We're
are
gonna play this game. Like
we
we're gonna
are.
play this game.
We are.
All right. Okay.
Because you don't know.
Okay.
Have you ever seen me how I interact
Oh,
with my children?
no. I'm not talking about that. But
That's-
I've seen the way you interact when they've done something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Good and bad.
Good and bad. But I'm talking about
Exactly.
bad though. I'm talking about bad. This
That's
is
the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? We have to look at it, you know what I'm saying, when they do good. You
No,
have to
I'm
look
not.
at it. You have to look at
Of course, but I'm
As
not.
well as that.
That's but you taking the focus of the question that I'm asking.
No, I'm not.
asking.
I'm focused
to
on-
another
I'm focused on the
different-
minute. I'm-
No,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
that's not the minute,
That's how I look at it.
Calvin.
You don't want me to look at that?
Because
that
Calvin,
way?
you're making it more complicated than
No,
what
I'm
it is.
not. I'm
You
just not
are.
agreeing.
It's not about agreeing.
So what is it?
Because I asked you a question. The question was,
The question
are
is,
you
I
gonna
said
be
no.
fired up if you
the
said
question
no,
is,
right?
I said no.
You said no.
And that should have been the end of the answer.
No, but
It should have.
it's not.
Okay, so you have support it.
No, I don't.
Okay, there you go.
I don't.
There you go.
Let's move on because you're not.
Cooperating.
No, it's not cooperating. It's just that you're not. Sometimes you fail to
I fail.
look- sometimes you don't look at the broader spectrum of what I'm asking, and that's what I'm not getting anywhere with that. And that's why I keep asking you that question because.
If I said I agree with you, would
I'm
you
not.
go
I don't. This is not about you agreeing with. I'm asking you a question about you personally because I've seen
And,
you.
you
Because
see-
I've seen you.
and go ahead.
I've seen you say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that," but then it happens, and then you get all bent out of shape. And that's what I'm asking you. Are you gonna be bent out of shape if you find
And I
out he
said
went
no.
there? Okay, then.
What else?
Right.
What else do you have?
So that's the point behind that was because I said to you, you may not know that he may be seeing his uncles. You know what I mean?
You asked me what I feel if he did this. What I would do, you know what I'm saying? Let
I
me
said
tell you
no.
what
I
I would
said
do.
to you, you don't know if he's actually
Okay,
not
but you-
going.
so
And
you didn't say-
you said, I believe he's not going.
That's
and I
my
said,
belief to me
right,
as
and
a
I said,
parent.
but it-
You said, what happens if he feels this way? Are
no,
you
I
going
said,
to...
what happens if you find out that he did go see his
That's what
uncle?
I'm saying, Ty.
And
I'm
you
not saying that.
And I said you're gonna be out of shape. You said no.
So you need more Pacific. This is
No,
what
no.
you need. You know
No,
what
no,
I would
I'm
do?
just
Can I
what are you
answer?
gonna do?
I will go down and speak with him
Okay,
as a father.
right.
Why did you do this?
Okay,
That's what I would do. I wouldn't attack him.
right.
So to be bent out of, but no, hold on. Listen to what
that's
you
what
said.
I'm asking.
No, you didn't. You said, Calvin, you would be bent out of shape. Rewind the show.
And bent out of shape is
that's
angry
not-
and upset.
No,
and-
it's
and
not. I
going
said
off
I
on him.
wouldn't do that.
And that's what I was asking.
But
you.
this is what you're not saying. You said, Calvin, you would be bent out of shape. You didn't say, Calvin, how would you handle the situation? That's where you fail. Ask me how I would handle a situation. Ask me, you know what I'm saying, would I be a father? And said, listen, didn't we have this discussion? What made you go do, you know what I'm saying, after we talked about this?
Okay.
Because to attack somebody,
And if you have a
you know
good
what I'm
enough
saying?
reason,
No,
is
wait a
that-
minute. I don't know what his reason is, but you asked me what I would do. Let's leave him out the matter. You talking about me? So me as a parent, I would talk to him instead of attacking him. You know what I'm saying? I would try to understand him and say, what made you do
That's
this?
the same question I was asking.
No, you
The
didn't.
the wording was
point is-
different.
So to be bent out of shape, and to be angry, come on, Ty.
What?
That's not good parenting.
But
That's how I
what-
feel.
But that's how most. That's
Don't
what
compare me
that's-
to most people. That's where it's at. I like to talk. Let's talk about it. Let me hear what your
because what I'm getting you to understand is that you don't see that, kids are gonna make their own decisions whether you like it or not.
I agree with that.
And that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm asking you. You know what
You're
I mean?
not asking me. You're telling me, Ty. There's a difference. If I
You
tell
disagree with me, and I said,
Ty,
okay, that's
if I
what I
tell
was
you,
saying.
if somebody came, if you know what I'm saying, if our landlord came out here, you know what I'm saying, and started screaming at us, you know what I'm saying, as well as that, Ty, you want to start cursing and doing this?
What?
Exactly. I said, you want to start cursing it, you know what I'm saying, and curse him out?
No.
You see?
I've changed that.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? But I accuse you of it. Instead of saying, Ty, how would you handle the situation now? That's different. Ask me, you know what I'm saying, instead of you, because when you tell me, you know. When I ask, that means that gives
No, because
leverage.
I asked you the question, but you
No, you
wouldn't
didn't.
answer it, so I had to
didn't
make it.
No, you didn't make it that way. As well as that, you kept focusing. But I'm saying he could go around here, and he could do this, and he could go around there. Instead of just, I'm saying, going straight to the point. But first of all, I said, "Are you asking specifics?" You said, "Yeah, I want specifics." And then you said, "I didn't mean to say that. I wanted to know, hey, did you give your son specifics of why? You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't do that."
Because most
so
kids
my
don't
point. So
understand
my
when you
point
give
is
them
my
that
point is
reasoning.
this, Ty. You know what I'm saying? I only can understand what you say, not what you think. That's where, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But we keep saying somebody failed. You said, well, you failed to do this. No, I didn't fail to do nothing. I failed to understand the question that you tried to ask but never asked. Because I can't read minds.
Well, then say that, but don't have me going.
I don't have to have you there because like you said, you at the age of maturity that knows right from wrong. You at the age of maturity, you know what I'm saying, where you feel your self-esteem is this and that, and you should know. That's why we need people. That's what it looks like. You gave the perfect example tonight.
You think so?
In my opinion. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. It's an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Ty. Love you.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got? Oh, no, we didn't do this to argue for an hour. Because that's what it looks like.
That's what it sounds. That's what it looked like to me.
As well as that. We didn't do this to argue for an hour. As well.
Oh no, we didn't. No, that's just today.
Okay. We didn't do this to argue for an hour.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? Not for an hour. I don't want to argue with an hour. I think, you know what I'm saying, it has to be better wording. It has to be better verbiage.
No, as I always, people hear what they want to hear. People, and you know, like I said,
Okay.
as if I would have been on the other opposite of that question, I'd have been asking. My question would have been, I'm not understanding what you're saying to me. So can you please explain that a little better?
Then I would have.
And but you, instead of that, you took my words and said, well, this is what you're asking. And I'm like, well, okay.
You did ask that.
But if you're going to put it in your words, then yeah, okay, yeah. Sure, Calvin. I asked what you asked. I asked what you wanted me to ask. Yes, I did.
No.
But I didn't ask what I wanted to ask because you
I
didn't
asked you,
understand
did you
it.
want Pacifics? You said yes. You said, no, so I'm thinking you want Pacifics.
No, and that's
why I would take it because you said it. If you didn't say, hey, did you give your son the certain Pacifics or what?
That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about me.
That's why
I don't care less about that situation.
But think about what you said.
and your
I
son.
came to you and said, are you looking for Pacifics?
No.
It's right there.
I know what you
You
said.
know what I'm saying? I said, are you looking? Because I wasn't clear. So I'm asking. So I shouldn't say, hey, Ty, you're looking for Pacific. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't accuse you. I asked you.
Yeah.
And when I asked you, you said yes.
But
you had an option to say, no, I don't mean that.
That's not what I meant. Right.
Well, then you should have said that.
Right, but I didn't understand that's what you... Because when you say you, I thought you was your son because I'm, you know...
But I would say Calvin, my son.
Right. There we go.
But sometimes people hear what they want to hear.
Bubbly. We need to open up a bottle of bubbly.
I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying?
Tonight. That's the problem.
My head hurts too, man.
That's the problem. But anyway, so back to...
That's the problem?
Yes, it is.
What's the problem?
But back to...
You want something? No, you want to go outside? Mm-mm. Okay.
So I was telling you guys, I think last week, that I had bought this book and I started reading it, and it's called Choose Resilience. It's the book Choose Resilience, and I started reading it, and I figured that I would bring out, because this is a lot of doing with your emotions and how you feel about stuff. So we're gonna talk about it. How about that?
But if you want
Is
to
that okay with you, Mr. Calvin?
You can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got your arms stretched up.
So, as we
my head hurts.
As we were being proactive. That's what this was kind of being about.
Okay.
I
got a head. I need some Tylenol.
You gonna get some after the show? Got a couple more minutes.
I do. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for keeping time.
You gotta tell them because the show. You need to tell us because what's in that cup. Which one?
You wanna be funny?
No.
Your eyes are so low today.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They didn't do nothing.
Oh,
so
you sure?
Yeah.
You want to go there?
You called me when I was sleeping.
Oh, that's what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I stopped that a long time ago.
Oh, stop what?
What you talking about?
What, can I get Pacifics?
No.
Can I get Pacifics?
No.
You don't want to give me Pacifics on what you stopped? That's how it looks right there.
Really?
That's how it really looks.
Really?
Yeah, how do you like it?
Really?
My point.
Really?
Check it.
Really?
I'm serious.
Really?
I'm serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Calvin is a jokester, yo. I gotta tell y'all, Calvin is a jokester. You know that, right? I hope y'all know that Calvin is a jokester.
So I need that. I need some 30-year whiskey. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. We need some, what is that? Some Johnny Walker Blue Label. Cause this dude's giving me a headache tonight, man. He's really giving me a headache, man. This dude want to argue with me.
Not me. Society should have gave you that.
No, not this you. You're part of society.
So
I'm telling you.
So that's what it was. So I had
got like 30,000 notes.
two things to talk about. We're gonna talk about the other things next week because we got a few more minutes.
Thank you.
God. But I do want to talk about. So there's this girl I saw.
Oh God. Now you saw a girl. Ain't this about? What's her name?
Her name was Jay Nichelle. She's a poet. She's a poet.
Yeah, I know her.
And she got this poem called My Anxiety.
I'm sure I know her. Personally.
That's cool.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just letting you know.
But you don't know about her poem, My Anxiety.
How do you know that? Did you ask? Or you assume?
I'm asking.
You said, I didn't know about her poem.
You know what, Calvin? You know what? I'm not doing this with you. You see this? This is why we have this show. This is exactly how I came up with this show. Because he's crazy. Okay. You know what I mean? And I gotta let him be crazy sometimes. Mm-hmm. But she said this line in this poem. If you get a chance to, her name is Jay Nichelle, Jaenichelle.
Now we don't know how to spell.
And
this about some shit.
And I could be pronouncing it wrong. It could be Jay Nichelle, it could be Jay. I don't know, but I'm just tell you what I think it is. Jay Nichelle. There's a poem called My Anxiety, and it's about her or a black woman, I guess you would say. And she says, in one part of the line, she says, "What happens to black girl who was too anxious to ever feel like magic?" And I thought that was the most powerful line in her
Say
poem.
It again?
What happens to a black girl who was too anxious to ever feel like magic?
Okay. What happens? What happens?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just
At least you admit that.
I'm not supposed to know.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't do the research? What happens to a black person?
No, because I think a lot of things that we feel a lot is a lot of times anxiousness, and we don't know how. Some people don't know how. You don't know how to deal with it, so you do other things to balance it out rather than medication. I guess you could say. Oh, you don't look at me like that. It's, you know, Professor, you know, Calvin is crazy. But this is what I took from that line. Mm-hmm. She never had a chance to experience her black girl magic because she was too anxious for other stuff that didn't really mean anything to her that she was allowing into her body or into her aura or her life. Okay. You know what I mean? So that's what, and
she was seeking other stuff.
Right. So,
but she used the word anxious.
Yes.
You was seeking the anxious. It's kind of.
Huh?
They're kind of intertwined a little bit.
What?
To be seeking and to be anxious for something, is that kind of intertwining? I'm asking.
I don't know. Cause
what do you think? Seeking, not sinking.
No, you said seeking. I know what you said. I don't think so because I think anxious.
You just said right. That's why I was kind of confused. Help me out.
No, I'm trying to figure out. What's up with Ty? He's very grumpy.
Exactly. What's up with this dude, man? This dude is grumpy. I knew it wasn't there.
I'm Scrooge today. I'm Scrooge. Did y'all like our Christmas decoration? That's our Christmas background for the month of December. Got some snow for y'all, some trees, you know. But yeah. I'm not grumpy today. I think
am grumpy. This dude's grumpy.
I woke up on the wrong side of bed. My bad point was
he's very anxious.
I did the same thing last week though, and I felt the same way last week. Because I took a nap, and I woke up like a half an hour before the nap, and I was not really fully awake. And now I'm starting to get awake. So now I'm starting to relax a little more. And I was a little.
You
grumpy.
Want to relax a little bit more?
No, I was a little grumpy when I woke up.
I know.
Because you was rushing me.
I didn't rush you. I just wanted to.
I don't rush you when you ain't here.
I just want to be on time.
Oh, now. Oh, he tried to kill me. But nah. But yeah, hope everybody's having a good. Get ready to have a naps are not for you.
I'm telling you, man. Send something to this dude.
But yeah.
Everything I say, this dude challenged me like this. What does that mean? I'm like, what the hell?
You do the same to me,
You can say it louder.
You do the same to me.
I do the same to you?
All the time.
Nah, I just use words that come from the dictionary. I'm sorry.
Oh, you do? We can go back.
Oxford?
We can rewind.
We could.
You want to rewind some stuff?
Please do.
We can rewind.
Please.
Skip.
Okay. You know? Let's use, what's that word I used?
So all I want to say is everybody be safe for the holidays. And no drinking and driving, no driving and texting.
No smoking and driving?
Because everybody wanted to make it to next year. But yeah. So we're going to get back to that.
Yeah.
Because I got to go back to the dictionary and figure out some stuff. Yeah. But we're going to get back to this saying that she said in her thing because I think that it touches on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. about people, and especially I know I do have a lot of anxiety sometimes, but I didn't, we don't realize what anxiety, what it really does and what it really means, I think, too, besides what the dictionary tells us. And I think it has a bigger meaning to it than just that. And she was trying to explain that in this poem.
That's so good.
So this
you
is
have the rest of the poem?
I didn't write that. I just got that line, but I did repost it on my page the other day.
Okay,
but I go back.
I can go back and look at it.
You can go back and look at it. I'm gonna go back and find it, and see what happened. But yeah, so we're gonna end the show on that note. But
Todd's gonna. What are you gonna use? Webster or Oxford?
I don't know.
The dictionaries.
Why? You gotta use one.
No, I'm asking. What would you like?
I'm gonna look at both.
How about remember the Britannica Junior?
Google.
How about the Britannica Junior?
Google.
You know Britannica Junior?
Google.
Right.
I'm ask Google. What's the girl? I'm ask Lexa what anxious mean. Lexa, what does anxious mean? Ty, anxious mean.
Are you drinking?
No. No, I don't drink during the week. Tomorrow's my Christmas party. I'll be drinking tomorrow. Christmas
Good
party.
stuff. Good line. But no, moving forward though.
Yeah, so so everybody, all right, let's stop and get engaged. Tom is crazy.
I know, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's do this.
But yeah,
it's like Mike and the Mad Dog over here.
So we're gonna see you guys next week, next Thursday, 7:30, live on Facebook. And don't forget, if you're not able to catch the show, you can always go to Facebook, to YouTube and search us Live TV. Reality Sucks. We have.
Anybody want to research this show?
It's 18 episodes up there. This will be the 19th one.
Skip the 19th episode, please. Because this episode was about arguing and bickering and back and forth.
It was.
It was about dictionaries.
It was.
It was about verbiage. It was about answering the proper questions.
But it also taught you how to talk to people at the same time, because he taught me tonight how I should talk to him. Ask the questions I need to ask. And it's funny that he did this to me, and I do it to people all the time. Well, then ask the question, you ask it. Don't ask the question everything else but the question. And then I did exactly that tonight. So sometimes, telling somebody else something, you need to practice it yourself. Remember I said that a couple weeks ago? The advice you get other people, practice it yourself. That's what I said, right? So that's what I'm going to do this week. That's going to be my focus this week. Focusing on asking the right question. Wonderful. How about that?
Beautiful. Y'all have an amazing weekend.
Amazing week. And as I always say, be good to yourself first, so you be good to everybody else.
So that means be good to me.
I'm gonna try my
Because
best.
you want to be good to yourself.
As soon as this
Have
camera
a
goes
great
off.
night. Me.
Later.